Welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer Show. This is a show where we talk about stuff, play you some music, and encourage you to be creative. This season, we are exploring the art of being human. We want to say thank you to our patrons who support us each month. If you want to know more about that, visit us on patreon.com/Chasing Ebenezer. For more information about our musical endeavors, visit chasingebenezer.com. We hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer Show. We're nearing the end of season 3. I'm Heidi and this is Benjamin. It's nice to be back.
Nice to see you and nice to imagine your faces watching. Yeah.
We want to say thank you to all of our patrons who help make this possible, who are helping us record our new album, and we've got some tracks. I mean, you're making awesome progress.
We're doing really good.
Really excited.
Doing well. I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think it's going to be really
I think it's going to be
really good. I'm really excited.
So stay tuned, that kind of thing. We also want to have, we got new patrons. We got new patrons. So shout out to Rodney and Solea
Johnson. Thank you.
We like them.
So
They're
grateful.
super kind people. And they're super cool. And Rodney does really cool leather work.
And Solea is an amazing maker of food.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes, indeed. So thank you.
Creativity going on.
Shout out.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are you excited about?
I'm excited because we're painting a mural in our bathroom.
Because what else would you do in a bathroom?
It's my least favorite room, so I would like to have something to think about other than, I'm excited. I hope this is the first of many murals. I am really stoked about it.
It's going to be fun.
We got our colors and our loose plans, so
it's going to be good. Yeah, I'm excited because our bassist and our former electric guitarist, Hunter Wolf and William McCracken, they're in a band called Goodwill Hunter, and today they're starting to record their EP.
Yay!
So super excited. Follow them on social media. Goodwill Hunter is the name, so check them out.
Way cooler than us.
Yeah. They help us feel young or remind us that we're old.
Yeah, I was going to say,
both.
remind us that we're old. Exactly.
So I've been excited about that. How I've been feeling my humanity. Well, I would say I started therapy, I think, since our last episode or maybe before, and I got on some medication. And I'm finally feeling normal, but for a while it was a jolt to my system the first few weeks because I had energy, which that's not something I'm used to, and I had a lot of focus, which is why this office got done was because I was medicated. So I was definitely feeling some changes in my body, and some of it was really good. That's how I've been feeling it lately. How about you?
I had the experience of being completely overwhelmed by the beauty of nature. I was doing an early DoorDash, Uber Eats, one of those two, I don't remember, delivery really early in the morning, and the sunrise in the sky, I just could not stop crying. It was so beautiful. It was just overwhelming, and I just like weeping in the car. So and I feel like seeing Portland's trees this year for the fall have been
so
at a level of gorgeousness that it's hard to stay focused on the road because there's so many beautiful trees. So it's good to be amazed and stopped and Totally.
So for today's episode,
one of your favorite topics.
It's one of my favorite topics. It's one of my favorite states of being. It is what I strive for in my life. Peace. What makes you feel peaceful?
When no one's mad at me. I
feel like that was directed at me.
Why would you assume that? I love being like, home with my jammies with a blankie and coffee and my kittens, and you can be there too.
Okay.
But I love the morning before, early morning time when most people are still asleep and just, yeah. But also when no one's mad at me.
Yeah. Well, that's always, I like the absence of people being mad at me too. That makes me feel peaceful. Honestly, like when I take showers, I feel extremely peaceful, which is why I take long showers, because I want to cling to that peace. Nature, obviously when I'm out in the woods, that definitely does it. When one of my cats is on my chest purring loudly, there's something about a cat purr that slows your heart rate down. I don't know what it is, but that totally does it for me. Trying to think. When things are going really well at a show, like when I can tell that there's good, like when the sound is good, when I'm hearing things really well, you and I are, getting along and the crowd is really engaged, I feel very energized and at home. So I guess like I feel peaceful when it feels like nothing is going wrong in my life, which if that's how we're evaluating peace,
I'm not saying that's how we're evaluating it, but yes,
that's few and far between.
Yeah, when there's no problems going
when there's
on,
no problems,
yeah, and then when there's extra bonus things like really nice classical or choral music or
listening to the band Hammock is my happy place. That's it's super nice.
Well, okay. Can I share an example though of
Sure.
Okay, because
I was hoping you would.
Well, because I think we're all going to acknowledge here that the world is a chaotic place.
What?
So, I don't want to just feel peaceful in those moments, which self-care is so important. But
Right.
Okay, so on Sunday, I was going to my friend Dave's Bach concert. Sarah and Dave Cooney are also patrons. Thank you, by the way. So Heidi arrived, and Heidi was distracted by some other things, and Heidi managed to leave her keys in the ignition and realized this just as she was getting ready to go into the concert. So
I will say, I mean, I had my own thing going on, but like you were really, when you texted me, I even sensed peace through your text when you texted me.
Wow.
There was nothing frantic or weird.
And I was like, okay, I'm not going to, the keys are locked in the car at this point. It's going to take AAA probably an hour anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go in to Dave's concert and sit with Sarah, and I'm going to be present in that concert, and then I will deal with this thing when I'm done and trust that my car's not going to get stolen, even though the keys are there in the ignition.
Well, you've gotten really good at learning to park things.
Well, I'm working on it. So,
Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. You can. This is part 2 of the story. So part 2 of the story. So I was tempted though, while the concert was going on at first, I was like, and then it's like, nope. Right now, I'm going to savor this concert. And I want to tell you that the choral music and the orchestra played Vivaldi's Autumn. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit. And I was like able to just, as much as I could, just sit and enjoy the peace of that, and then trust that the car was there afterwards. AAA actually got there in like 10 minutes. And so it was like having to learn to park stress and all that stuff in order to like enjoy. But it's so hard, and I don't usually do it well.
I didn't say that.
But it was like an example of having to like not be consumed by what's going to happen, and having to park dealing with something, because I want things fixed immediately. That's my story there.
That's a good story. Well, then that leads to my next question is, what disrupts your peace?
If you can think of it, it probably does.
Anything specific like that is you feel like is unique to you?
When you're mad at me. When anyone's mad at me.
When my phone rings.
Any text message, right? Bing, bing, bing.
Anything,
bing,
and my anxiety goes up, my peace is disturbed. If I get a knock on the door, and I'm around people all the time, so you'd think that I'm like very social, and I'm not in my private life. I am quite the hermit, and I have to choose to be social, and I'm always rewarded when I do.
You do a good job.
Yeah.
I think when I'm afraid, I'm not going to have time to get things done.
When you feel
like
rushed,
when I feel rushed, panic. So
when I'm having, so this is a big one. I think that's unique to me. I'm sure other people struggle with it, but
you're the only one.
Most of the time when we play shows, I set up sound, I run cables, I'm the sound person. And when we end up in a venue where there's a lot of clutter or a lot of mess and a lot of things to go around.
Or you're like in a confined space.
And I'm having to like make a stage out of a confined space on the stage, that really stresses me out. And I have to watch it, but because it makes me not the most amazing band partner when I'm stressed out. So yeah. So we'd like to know what are some things that bring you peace? Oh, I forgot to mention like the coolest thing.
What?
Because I got to do this like last week.
Tell me.
The float.
Oh, that was so
You
nice
got
of
me.
me.
That was so nice of you. I'm a
me.
big fan of sensory deprivation floats. Huge fan of it. We'll probably do it again. If you are a person who hates silence and claustrophobia, it's probably not for you. But yeah, I mean, it takes me a while to calm down.
Yeah.
But once I do, it's like, it's awesome.
That was nice of me, wasn't it?
It was so nice of you.
I
felt
treated you
so
to a float.
Deeply loved.
Yeah.
So we'd like to know from you, what are some things that bring you peace and what are some things that disrupt your peace? So the next question that I had was thinking about what is the difference between peace and complacency, because peace is like our personal place of bliss, and being calm and being serene is a good thing, I truly think. But I also think that there's a difference between being at peace and being complacent.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give my
why don't you
give
opinion? Your opinion. Well, yes.
Complacency is when your life is arranged in such a way that you are coasting, that you're not engaged. You can do things on autopilot, and sometimes that's okay, but you're not growing or moving forward because you're comfortable where you are.
Because you can almost like be avoiding conflict because you don't want to have your peace disturbed.
Yep.
But when conflict and things aren't dealt with, it's just like putting it off.
Right. And I think as a creative, at least for me, that if I bump up against something that I'm not sure of or that feels like a bigger project, I will shrink back from it. Like sometimes the act of being creative disturbs my peace because I have this idea of like how it's supposed to look, what it's supposed to look like, and the fear of like, what if I go to create and there's nothing there? So we all have like our idea of what we think creativity looks like, but it's a lot of blood. There was like a meme that was out there. It was like, what was it? Idea versus
crying, sobbing,
versus reality. That kind of thing.
I wonder why I've started swaying. Because I realized I started rocking myself back and forth as you were talking.
You were trying to feel
self-soothing.
You're self-soothing.
Myself.
If all humans knew how to purr, then we'd always be at peace, right? Yeah.
Me purr for myself. I don't even know.
No, but like creative work does involve disruption. It does involve pushing past things. It involves stretching and growing. I remember when we were doing vocal lessons with Jeff. I mean, there was a season there where, and Jeff, it was great, but where we just felt like we don't even know what we're doing. Why are we, it's easier, it can feel like, oh, well, it was easier when we weren't aware of all this stuff that we needed to work on.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's not always a little butt patting experience. Like,
A butt patting
I don't
experience.
know. Yay me. Yay me. That was my thighs. I didn't just pat my butt. I patted my thighs.
Right.
You know what I mean. I will say that there are things that I think you can do, though, to create a peaceful environment when you're creating.
Sure.
And I'm really bad at this. My office studio space next door is quite the disaster still.
It doesn't look like mine.
I'm emptying my storage unit. We're finishing. So when
Today.
that's done, then I can start finishing unpacking. But yeah, I know like if you're able to like kind of have a good clean space and like do some things to like set a peaceful mood, it can be very helpful. Like putting on music or like just having like a nice peaceful room or space to create, and that can definitely help me.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jeff Tweedy wrote, and this is connected.
Oh, I believe it.
Jeff Tweedy is he's the lead singer of Wilco.
Yeah.
And he's love Wilco. And he's also a writer. And you got me his book about songwriting.
I did?
Yeah. I don't remember if it was a birthday or Christmas gift.
Oh, I
but
thought
thank
you bought it for yourself.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah. You did that, not me.
No memory of buying it for you.
That's okay, you did. But one of the things he was talking about was like, the songwriter's desire is to lose themselves in the work. And I like that because some people call it flow state. Some people call it, but it's that place
I call it in the zone.
In the zone, but there is a level of peace that comes with that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm completely oblivious to everything else, which you can freak me out if you walk up behind me.
Yes, I can. I can do that anyway. But to get to that place takes a lot of effort sometimes. And so like you creating an environment, because I realize that clutter definitely affects my creative mojo. It totally does. And if I'm doing something I've never done before, that also be scary. Because I'm anticipating failure. Or I feel like I've lost control. And that's more of what it is.
So I think then it sounds like being at peace with yourself and your value and all that stuff, that doesn't mean the work is going to be like bliss necessarily. But
and that you're going to bat 1,000 every single time. No.
But as much as your inner like sense of like, okay, I'm valued, I'm loved, surrendering how fast you may or may not get it done. I know.
I didn't say anything.
I know all of this.
I know you do.
I'm teaching myself as I'm talking because
That's the real reason we're doing this show.
I'm just trying to help myself, everybody. Because I'm not good at this at all. But
yeah.
It's
so
important.
basically before you there is the environment outside of you that sometimes is peaceful and sometimes it's not.
Right.
But there is the ability to cultivate peace in your heart to where even if the situation is chaotic, you can be calm.
And cultivate, I like that because it communicates it's a process. It's a lifetime journey of cultivating your soul.
Yeah. So by way of prompts, what are some specific ways that people could cultivate peace in their life and in their creativity?
Well, I think if you have a space, make it a peaceful place. This is on my to-do list. So I have not done that well yet. I just come in here.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Honestly,
but it does. It makes a huge difference.
Honestly, this space has been really good. And thank you because you have helped create this.
Thank you, patrons. Yes.
Yeah, but like I'm using a standing desk now. I feel like I'm able to practice my music more. I feel more motivated to practice because all of this stuff has been set up. And the second you come in here, it's quiet.
Yeah, it is quiet.
So yeah. And so I am grateful for this space quite a bit.
Taking breaks super important, especially I'm realizing, just sometimes stepping outside and super important.
Take a break.
Take a break. Yeah, I think, do you have any other suggestions?
I do.
Give it to us.
The one, and I usually do this in the beginning of the day when I'm praying. I usually spend some time in silence. But even if before you do a creative work, if you set a timer for however long, my suggestion would be to work to 10 to 20 minutes. Let's say 10, okay?
Sorry, that was my stomach not being
That's
peaceful.
okay. I'll just add some echo to it. It'll be great.
It wasn't my butt.
But that helps you focus. It helps you calm down and enter in peacefully to whatever it is you're doing. And it might not even be a creative thing. It might be you're going to do that work project you've been dreading, or pay bills, or whatever. Insert the thing you don't like that brings chaos to your life. Pause. Deep breathe. Take about 10 minutes or 20. And then do it. And see if it's different.
Good.
All right, talk about the song. Because it's your song.
But I wanted to give some of the prompts.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I thought you were done. I apologize.
Oh, it's totally fine. This is just a loosely scripted situation.
True.
I think that if you can create something, whether it's a painting or a poem, do chaos and peace. Like create something so that you can kind of see like what it feels like to
I
you.
like that.
Ooh, I'm glad that you liked it.
I might do that.
Ooh, you might do it. Yeah. I think that maybe I would encourage you to pick an animal, and whether it's whether you may not have it around you, but watch some videos of that animal and like see what they look like when they're running around and when they're at peace. I love like the way that birds, when birds are sleeping and the little.
Oh, I know. Like with the owl. Yeah.
So I think just watching a creature.
So your prompt is to watch cat videos.
Well, I wouldn't discourage that.
No, I wouldn't either.
I would encourage you to read the story of the songwriter who wrote It As Well.
Horatio
Stafford. Is it
Stafford?
Stafford. Which one is it? I feel like it's Spafford.
I will
look it up.
check it.
I think but if you just read the story of his life and what the tragedy that inspired that him, that could be very it's just very encouraging and very human. So those are a couple ideas.
Those are good ideas.
Thank you. I'm glad that you like my ideas. And now
we're going to do a rocking song about
rocking
peace.
Song?
Well, I think it's rockin'. Rockin', not rocking, sorry. Rocking, not swaying.
Oh, it's just a little song about panic attacks. It's the song I wrote forever ago. And kind of like, I don't know, we just kind of had stopped doing it. And now we're dusting it off.
We're dusting it off and bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
It's called Cage.
Let me out.
Anyway, we would invite you. Yeah, we love responses. If there's anything you're getting out of this show, anything you're creating, please share it with us. We would love to see it. And our hope, as always, is that we can be your opening act as we share things with you. We're hoping that it's helping you launch into your own creativity and your own personal health as an artist. So we love you.
Peace to you.
Peace to you. And we'll see you soon.
Need some peace. Stop the pain pressing on my chest. Need to stop. Whoa, my head's gotta stop. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know what it's like to go slow. Couldn't think about taking time to breathe. Till my lungs lungs cry out, my body tells my mind, I need some rest, I need a reprieve. Need some rest, need some peace. Stop the pain pressing on my chest, need to stop. Oh, my head's gotta stop. My heartbeat on my spirit, my soul, so right out of this cage. I need some rest and I need some peace. A cozy place, put up my feet, need to stop. Whoa, my head's gotta stop. How I would like to stop the crazy life. Take a walk down Sabbath Lane. Stop and smell those roses I forgot. I need some rest, I need a reprieve. Need some rest, need some peace. Stop that pain pressing on my chest, need to stop. Whoa, my head's gotta stop.